Call on Government Orders of the Day numbers 6 and 7.
Customs and Excise Amendment Bill, third reading. Biosecurity Amendment Bill, third reading.
I call the Honourable Minister Nathan Guy.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the Customs and Excise Amendment Bill and the Biosecurity Amendment Bill be now read a third time. These bills were introduced to Parliament in September 2010 as the Customs and Excise Joint Border Management Information Sharing and Other Matters Amendment Bill, which was an omnibus bill. This bill had its first reading on the 15th of September 2010. The bill has been reported back from the Justice and Electoral Committee, and the Committee of the Whole House was completed on the 6th of March this year, at which point the bill was divided. These bills amend the Customs and Excise Act 1996 and the Biosecurity Act 1993. Mr. Speaker, the amendments in these bills were important improvements that are required to support the sharing of information across border sector agencies. These amendments will ensure Customs and the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry meet the Government's priorities in relation to the delivery of the Joint Border Management System and support effective collaboration at the border. The Customs and Excise Amendment Bill also provides for improvements in the effectiveness of customs law enforcement. These amendments will restore the level of effectiveness to the administrative penalty and petty offence schemes that was intended when the Customs and Excise Act was passed in 1996. Finally, the Customs and Excise Amendment Bill addresses emerging customs and border management issues and provides clarity to existing legislative provisions to improve administration of the Customs and Excise Act. The purpose of the amendment bills, the bills contains three categories. First one is amendments to provide for planned information sharing by Customs with the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries and across a range of other agencies with interests at the border. Amendments to enhance the effectiveness of customs law enforcement mechanisms, and finally, Mr. Speaker, 9 smaller amendments to clarify provisions within the Customs and Excise Act. I wish to thank the Justice and Electoral Committee, who proposed a number of amendments, including the insertion of definitions of biofuel and biofuel blend into the bill, and clarification of when blending of biofuel for home consumption occurs. These amendments have been incorporated into the bill. The amendments in the bill enhance customs law enforcement, which is essential to ensure that the government can prevent the importing of drugs and precursors and other illegal activity at the border and contribute to the prosperity of New Zealand as a whole. Mr. Speaker, I commend the Customs and Excise Amendment Bill and the Biosecurity Amendment Bill to the House.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. I recognise the Honourable Damien